Welcome to the CUSP, the Connecting Unknown Streamers podcast. We are going to be bringing you an up and coming streamer each week to use us as their workhorse. The least we can do is try to build a community and get some laughs out of it. I am Influence, and I am the Daffy Duck of our Looney Tunes.
And I'm that Bugs. This is Baby Boy Blue, and we are here today with Mr. Project Napalm. Napalm, how you doing, man?
Doing well. How about you guys?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. It's been a long day, but it's been a good day. Long, good day. And today we're going to be having a little discussion with Mr. Napalm, get his behind the scenes, all his brilliant ideas, all his wonderfulness, and hopefully we'll get to learn a little bit about the man. And before we get started, man, would you like to tell the people a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So, as you said, Project Napalm. I do run what is called Twitch Startup, both on the subreddit and a Discord. That is kind of in the same vein, I would say, as what you guys are kind of working on, in which I try to help out any type of streamer who is starting up from going to nothing, and the dream is to help them be the streamers of tomorrow. Personally, I kind of give my own pretty much influence in the sense of what I've learned, and hopefully people don't have to learn the same hardships that I've gone through, as well as when I do stream and whatnot, it's just random games of sorts on my Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Central.
Perfect, man. Perfect. And again, for the many listeners out here and many places that we have all called home briefly, as far as that Twitch startup group is concerned, what made you come up with the idea, or where'd you get it from?
So originally, it actually started out about 2 years ago, in which a friend and I both looked through kind of what we wanted to do in general and saw that actually Twitch Startup, the subreddit itself, was actually started by another person well beyond us. At the time, it had probably about 5 grand, I want to say, users, and it was just a generic throw out your stream and anyone who's randomly passing by might see it kind of thing. We talked to the original person. The person was wanting to step back, get away from it all, and we wanted to shape it up to be something a little bit different, something that's more than just a simple throw out your stream, call it a day. In which the idea of the Discord started, and from there, the friend that I'm talking about actually had to drop down a little bit, had life situation happen, as we all know, and then from there, I've been trying to build it up still with a good group of individuals in which we all try to make it again that place for everyone to go from not knowing anything to just try to become the streamers that they want to be.
Perfect, man. Perfect. It's a brilliant idea. And I know a lot of it goes unnoticed. So we wanted to obviously bring some light to the big man in charge. I know you, Crybo, you guys have quite a bit of things that you guys do behind the scenes, and to keep all these wonderful new guys and gals out here happy. So it's pretty fucking impressive, man. Pretty impressive
Appreciate it.
indeed. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, it's been a glorious journey to see. Like I was saying, 5 grand from just the subreddit. I think last I checked, we were about hitting 22 grand. I can tell you that the Discord server started out with a handful of, I think, 20 people, and now we're about to hit the 2K mark for the Discord, which is all very, very nice to see. Just to see people getting together, trying to share their experiences, and try to kind of improve each other throughout streaming in general, that journey.
Absolutely. Did the Discord also, is that also about a 2 year mark, or is that a little less?
Say again?
I'm sorry. Did the Discord, is that also been up for about the 2 year mark, or has that been a little less?
Yeah, the second, yeah, it's been about 2 years. So the second that both my friend and I started on wanting to help and improve everyone, we started the Discord as our first initiative. So
Gotcha.
that's definitely been the 2 year mark.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, again, that's quite fucking impressive to say the least. You guys, took it upon yourselves, talk to the main man in charge, say, hey, we're about to take over this bitch, and we appreciate you letting us do so. And it's now doing quite well, quite impressive.
Every
Is
day
there
we
a
just want to try to continue to improve, which is always the big kicker. And obviously, I mean, some people have kind of wondered or asked, I know, of, what do we get out of it, or what's our end goal for all the people that are a part of it? And the main mission, I mean, I've written it to the moderation team, the lead team, that it's not about what we're getting out of it. It is the concept that this is 100% volunteer work. It's 100% wanting to just help others learn and to improve everyone else. There's not really a personal goal in any way beyond just helping others.
That's even more noble, man. Said, just for all the ladies out there, just in case, he's great. He looks out for all of you guys. But the like I said, man, for real, that's quite impressive to take something, especially something that was small at the time, and being able to try to generalize it to everyone and make it just so damn needed and wanted from everyone. Are there any interesting stories along the way that you could tell us?
Well, I mean, I think the best way of putting some interesting stories is just the amount of various things we've seen from new streamers, and it's hard to always show the door and say, hey, go walk through it, and know that they're not going to walk through that door because they think something's the right way of doing things. A grand example is the people that we keep seeing that go for affiliate. They think follow for follow is the easiest way to cheat the system, and it instantly means progress. And it's just sad to see all those people hit those spots, thinking, oh, if I get a new follower, I automatically know I'm doing better than others. Like that follower count is the key thing,
Right.
and to be able to see those types of situations, it's like, okay, let's take a step back. Let's do something from the Twitch startup group, which is where one of our rules is there's no such thing as follow for follow. And we get a lot of complaints. I mean, we get a ton of complaints about why do we disband follow for follow. And it's one of those things where we're doing it not to be aggressive and against people and trying to promote what they're doing. We're trying to curve the habit that follow for follow is a good thing.
Understandable. For real, for real. And with the many people not being okay with the follow for follow, did any of them be like, well, screw this, I'm out? Or,
Oh
hey,
yeah.
we could do this differently?
Oh, I mean, you'll get a broad spectrum of people that will say, "Yep, you guys are horribly wrong. I don't understand why you guys are doing it. I'm out. Peace," kind of thing. You'll also get the general group of like, "Oh, that makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
I understand now," and especially when you get the people getting closer to that affiliate point. Where they do have the 50 followers, that big number. The next hurdle that always people get is the average viewers. Like right
Right.
now, I think the most common post in memes wise on the subreddit is, oh, that 3 average viewers isn't near impossible. And it's like, well, if you think about it, it's because you're doing follow for follows. Those
Right.
follows, you're not actually getting viewers. So
So, interesting question. Since if obviously you're well aware of the requirements for affiliate, do you think that's why for partner there is no follow goal?
oh, absolutely. I know a good amount of people that have actually hit partner, and some of the things that no one really tells you is the fact that when you try to go for partner, you are trying to actually work with a lot of the people in Twitch. It's not as simple as affiliate where it's an automated system.
Right.
And the reason for that is yeah, Twitch knows that a follower count means nothing compared to how many viewers you're polling, because to Twitch, in a way, the more viewers you get, the more you're going to be able to sustain, hopefully be able to provide them value as well and keep people together on Twitch. And so really it comes down to, yeah, there's definitely no follower goal. There's no way. And they want to make sure that you're truly pulling in not just 75 for 1 month, that you're going to actually have to, in theory, behind the scenes, get 75 plus concurrent viewers for multiple months when you apply for Twitch partner.
There you go. For all you Twitch partners or Twitch wannabe partners out there, listen in. Concurrent views, multiple months. Not hit that 75 one time and be like, all right, let's go. It's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
Doesn't always.
Well, Napalm, it's that time, so we're about to hit you with a daily question, bro. What you got for us for the daily question?
All right, all right. So the daily question is a little silly, but I find it amusing. So the daily question is, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing?
Hmm. What is something that everyone looks stupid doing?
Absolutely everybody.
Every single last person looks horribly dumb doing this thing. Napalm, you got anything that you can think of?
Well, the first things that come to my mind is, yeah, people either filling gas, which I don't know why that just jumped to my head right away. I'm guessing it's just a scenario of just looking at a machine and going, why aren't you working sometimes? I mean, the other kicker, so here's the real kicker. I recently have caught on the bandwagon of YouTube videos that have been out there in which it's, I'm not going to say who they are, but it's videos of people shoplifting.
Okay.
And it is hilarious to watch the people shoplift and think they're going to be like, oh, I'm gonna, no way
Got
am I
away
going
with
to
it.
get caught. There's no way I'm getting caught. And you just watch it and you're like, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot for trying to do that. Like, how? Why?
That's a really good answer, man. That is really a
That
good
is. I like
answer.
that.
Man. So, you're looking pretty damn dumb over there trying to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You scratch your nose, you cough one way, and you randomly put it up your shirt. No one knew that one.
Said, did you just put a whole loaf of bread up your shirt? What the
Yep.
fuck are you doing? Yeah, that's
Sir,
pretty
why do you
funny,
have
man.
a bubble winter coat in the middle of August?
Right. It's hot as hell out. It's 95 degrees. What the fuck is you doing?
Good.
Cold. I'm anemic, guys. Don't
Yep.
judge
Yep.
me. Damn. What's something that people look dumb doing?
Good luck trying to top that.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Huh. What's something dumb?
I see. I went simpler. I just went with what I've been doing nonstop since allergies hit, and that's sneezing.
That's good too. Just so what was that?
Everybody makes that weird fucking face right before they sneeze.
Oh,
That is true.
I've definitely seen people where they do the weirdest things too, where it's like they try to hold it back no matter what they can. And then I had a friend, oh my god, she did this one thing where it was like she would squint her whole face, try to hold it in. She took both of her hands, waved it back and forth, trying like as if she was hot or something. And then right when she's about to sneeze, you'd think, oh, it's going to be a big sneeze. It's achoo. You're like, what is that? Why?
Yeah, you deserve to call her all the way out. Just like, what the fuck is this? You done put on a whole damn performance. You barely sneeze, lady. Barely sneeze. That's damn, that's a good one too. I can't even think. Normally I'm pretty fucking quick with this. Let me see. Something people look dumb doing. Blowing bubbles. Said, what the fuck are y'all doing out here blowing bubbles?
I feel
a
like
whole damn bubbles out there. I don't know.
It
person that
depends on the
gets
age.
You're right, exactly.
Let's say that. It definitely depends on the age, because if you get to a certain level, unless there's that age group where it's very, they're very young and you got to do it for them, then sure. But beyond that,
Said
if you
if you're 12 and older and you're still blowing bubbles out here, we got to have a whole damn discussion. What the fuck are you doing?
I want to see that one husband where the wife was like, I thought you were gonna mow the lawn, but you're out here just fucking blowing bubbles.
Blowing bubbles, man. It was a nice day, honey. What do you mean? Just trying to feel a little cool. Just how big can you blow this bubble, lady?
Just go to his shed, he's got a stash of fucking bubbles.
That's good.
Fucking weirdo.
Man, I was just thinking like blowing a actual bubble with gum. How dumb is that? To just have to actually blow the bubble.
Why is it dumber when you're successful and it blows up in your face?
So true. So true. Oh man. That's good.
I like how
still
you
think
jumped to
shoplifting.
gum.
I
I didn't
mean,
think gum. I was thinking the little stick, the little bottle,
Yeah.
whatever.
oh
I
no
wasn't
no,
even thinking gum at all.
I was definitely thinking blowing the stick first. Like
Okay.
yeah. If you're 12 and you got a whole damn stick and bubbles and you're blowing that shit like this is the best damn thing of your life. We have to have a damn discussion. We have
I would
to
like to
have a
meet the one
discussion.
person. I'd like to meet the one person that basically says, "No, this is my hobby." Like straight up, this is my hobby. What do you do
I'm
in your
going
pastime? I'm gonna go and do bubbles.
blow bubbles. Said I'm going for a Guinness Book. World record holder. Most bubbles blown. Not popped. Said what, bitch? I'm sure there's something out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, there has to be.
Yeah. We're gonna look it up after this. We'll have a laugh about it. Man, that's good though. I mean, shoplifting large items
Yeah, that's
on a
funny.
small person, that's fucking hilarious.
Well, I mean, you get all the various types, no matter what. And my favorite still is there's certain ones where they confront them, and the people that are confronted instantly are like, "No, I didn't steal. No, not at all." It's like, yeah, good one.
Right.
No.
Do you have a whole basketball goal behind you, sir, that you're trying to carry out this story? No, never. Okay. Napalm, this is a true story. A police officer once told me that while riding a bicycle, technically walking a bicycle, that I was also shoplifting TVs. So, where the fuck can I hide a whole TV? Because I need to know these people, if they're able to just steal whole things in a small area, I'm game, man. We have to get it.
Okay, so hold on. You just said TV.
Yes.
There was no specification on as to what size. It could be one of those little handheld TVs, right?
Could be. Could be. Said I fit a description. Said of course I do. Whatever you need, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard stories. There was one up at college that four friends were biking right around campus, and they apparently matched the description to the T. The cops pulled them over, kept them there for about an hour, thinking that it was four people in flannel coats on bicycles. That was the only description. And somehow, magically, those four were doing the exact same thing, but on the other side of town. And so after an hour, the cops get a call and just like, oh, we actually found the people. They actually have product on them, versus the four that they did. They're like, where'd you stash it? Where is it? It's like, no.
Said we was out here just riding bikes, man. What the fuck is your problem? Yeah, that's tough. It's like how fast do you have to pedal to get from one side of campus to the other?
Oh, not even campus. It's town. We're talking like miles beyond miles away.
Damn.
Oh yeah, that's impressive. They got them good legs.
Mhm.
Oh man.
You had a description, but no location.
Right.
Yep.
Said let's just get these guys. They look good. they look like they did some shit, man. Oh man.
We get an update on the bubbles.
Yeah.
So the Guinness World Record is not even just most bubbles blown; it's most soap bubbles blown inside one large bubble, which is a ridiculous
Oh,
779 bubbles.
how the fuck do you even calculate that?
Mm,
I mean, they're gonna have a slow-mo camera counting every single one.
that,
Absolutely.
that is insane.
700 bubbles.
779 bubbles inside one large bubble.
Do they say who the person is who?
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name. He's from
Yeah.
Taiwan.
All right, Taiwanese in. Good job there, sir. Congratulations. I hope you keep your fucking bubble. There's nobody trying to
There's
fucking
somebody trying to break that record somewhere.
today, right now, after this podcast episode, they'll be like, "Hey, I got to get my bubble sticks out. I don't
I
care
would
if
just
I
like
am
to meet the
35."
person.
Right.
Like, the person that wakes up in the morning going, "Today's the day."
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
775. Here we come, bitch. Yeah. Say all right. And bro,
Yep.
what we got for the headline?
It's headline time. All right. So the headline's a little random, but it's humorous. I couldn't find anything on Apex Legends that Napalm likes to play.
Dang.
But since they just re-released the brand new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, our headline is Jack Black is playable in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Tony Hearts.
Hearts. Yeah, Tony Hawk's. No,
It's Tony Hawk and Kingdom Hearts put together. Good
Right.
luck.
Said you got Mickey Mouse skateboarding over here. What the fuck is this?
You want to do a kickflip?
Kickflip.
You got to fight a boss before you can do the kickflip to learn the trick. Good luck.
So good. so good. Oh man. So Jack Black.
So
And,
Jack Black. So any longtime fans of Tony Hawk know Officer Dick. So he was an NPC that would drive around school too and chase players with his golf cart. Eventually, players were able to unlock and play as Officer Dick in the game. He was just a generic-looking rent-a-cop back then, but he gets a makeover in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 with Jack Black's face and voice now front and center.
Jack Black, he's doing big things.
So I just want to play where he's chasing me in Jack Black's voice. That would be hilarious.
Oh man. Napalm, did you play original Tony Hawk 1 or 2? And or did you pick up the new one?
I did not pick up the new one. I have way too much memories. Plus, the cartridge is still upstairs with the N64 ready to go at any point in time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, I grew up in the skateboard era. I have a skateboard. I still use it. I still I do all that. So, by all means, absolutely.
You and 4 other guys with coats
Exactly.
trying to escape the cops.
Yep.
Yeah. I love it, man. Obviously, we're us older fellas. We grew up in that same era where Tony Hawk was the motherfucking man. Like he did it all. Well before his kid was around. I'm very happy to see that they took the time to re-release some original content, kept a lot of the boards the same. I actually picked it up. I own it. The fucking graphics on that bitch is amazing. A1. Even the creative players, like I was just impressed on how well some of the shit looks. It was very impressive. But skate feels good, boards feel great, the levels, interactions, the customizations, all from the original stuff, man. They really did a damn good job. You a fan of Jack Black?
I mean, absolutely. First and foremost, the man is amazing.
Facts.
Heck, I mean, he's been in so much different stuff in so many different genres, and he's now streaming and whatnot too. God, what was it? I just saw a show in which I think it's a kickoff show, but it was one where that they do an escape room, and he's the ringleader per se, and it's freaking hilarious. The man is very funny,
Yeah.
and he does so much random good and cool stuff by far.
Yeah, he's quite impressive, especially as an artist, man. Like he hits so many damn different genres, music to movies to fucking streaming, as you said. It's quite impressive to see, especially these talented individuals hit the streaming aspects of Twitch or any other, we'll say, streaming services. But it's impressive to see these guys follow through as well.
I mean, heck, I'm still thinking of like Brutal Legends
Oh
and
yeah,
how
fuck
fun
yeah,
that game was.
hell yeah.
I mean, so as a developer, in a way, I mean, I do develop in the computer science field, anyways. And so when it comes to like remasters and everything, there is a little bit of concept where it's like how much stuff is actually reusable, how much stuff is something that you're actually going to have to take the time and recreate, and knowing how much they had to push forward in age wise from the original Tony Hawk to now with the remastered, there's probably almost a full rewrite, and there's very minor bits that were actually kept from the original. And so to hear what you said is very promising that yeah, they've made it still somewhat true to the original game. That's
Yes.
good.
Um, are you aware of Crash Bandicoot's remake?
I am not. I would never actually. I'm that horrible person that never had a PlayStation.
No problem. Reason I ask is because that by far was one of the best remakes that was done here recently. That Final Fantasy remake, um, the there's Spyro the Dragon's remake,
Mhm.
um, but specifically with the Crash and the Final Fantasy ones, they took a lot of the same original it original boards, original look, kept everything just as it was, and then uh, basically, as you said, redesigned to match and fit and feel just like the originals, and they did a damn good job at it.
And I mean that's also good here because there are some things where when it comes to any remasters, let's be real, there's the ones that stay true to what they are and know what they are and get to the right core values. There are other ones that know what they were, still try to stay true to the right pieces and change in the correct ways. So like Bandicoot, it's a cartoony game. If they try to make it extremely realistic, you'd be like, this is not right. This feels weird.
Right.
Tony Hawk, on the other case, you know it's a person, you know it's a skateboarding, like this is a real thing, and so for them to make it more realistic, pretty freaking awesome, and to still have that fun skateboardy feel where you can somehow grind for 3 hours straight in a circle over and over and over again for whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's still the arcade feel, which is nice.
Yes, absolutely. And you can still do that. Still do that.
Good, good. Because if
Yeah.
not, then it's like I don't know.
It's like I'm broken. Oh man, I feel you though. I'm
I
happy
was
to see
worried
that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was worried you were about to say something about like Battlefront and that recreate because that was
No, no.
just
I
not
know
good.
better there. I know better there. No. No, but like I said, they did a damn good job. I was quite impressed on just how much of the original stuff, especially like the warehouse, for example. For people who did pre-order, you got to play the warehouse free. Warehouse was one of the very first boards that came with, and was one of the best ones. It was pretty fucking simple, nothing too crazy, and they recreated that same feel, that same grind. They even got a lot of the original soundtrack, those same guys and gals, to be able to say, okay, yeah, we'll do this again, in order to still get that same feel. So it's quite impressive.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. I mean,
Now
keeping that
Jack
a
Black is
realistic thing.
right, exactly, exactly. Now Jack Black is a part of it as well. Now, to switch not too far from the topics, but more towards you, sir. If no one has ever came to your stream And what would you normally do for your particular stream on a daily?
Well, I mean, first things first, if they come and say hi, awesome. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to meet you. I'm going to get to know who you are. Because to me, streaming is not about views. It's not about followers. It's not about money. It's not about any of that stuff. And some people, it is. I get that. That's the reason why Twitch startup's the thing. That's why, everyone has their own views. For me personally, it is getting to know people. Like, especially with COVID. I'm sorry if this is bringing it up for anyone who doesn't want to hear about it yet again.
Oh, you're fine.
We need to be just friendly to each other and get to know one another and get to, talk, especially in the times where we're all feeling potentially alienated or solo on things. We just need to talk and chat. And so that's my biggest thing is just trying to get to know who people actually are. If they're the lurkers, I mean, I'm not going to push lurkers to talk. There's no reason, because I also understand the person that wants to put it up in the background and listen and whatnot. So it just depends on, the people that come by, what's their engagement with the stream. And if, I try to gauge that and try to match it, if not improve or up it.
Right. I absolutely agree, sir. I absolutely agree. Because, like I said, I mean, you're absolutely right. And when it comes down to it, man, people being able to be nice to each other, be able to grow as a community, be able to enjoy one thing or another that, like, hey, I really like this person because of this, or hey, I really like this stream because of this. It really makes a damn big, huge difference on everything.
Yeah. And I mean, to some degree, where was it? I saw somewhere that someone was talking about, and it's very true. You go to small streamers because of the community. You go to them to have those real life conversations. You don't go to the big name streamers, which we can go down that list real quick, but you don't go to them to talk to them one on one. You go there as if you were going to a football game or some big group together to watch some small thing. You saying something in their chat is like you yelling in a crowd of 50,000. You're not going to get the same type of content that you would with someone who has the smaller groups.
Unfortunately, that's true. Do you think, as a larger name, that they should take more time to do so, or do you think that's just damn near impossible?
I think it kind of goes back to be honest, the original comment I meant, which is everyone has a different goal. So depending on whatever their goal is, they should do what their goal, how to best achieve their goal. So for the people that are the bigger streamers that are doing something that want to truly get to know every single person that they follow or watch them, absolutely go and take the time and every day or something meet someone new and talk to them. But for the people that are doing it as a full-time job and don't have the drive to meet someone, but has the drive to maybe make awesome content and make sure that awesome content keeps going and just to keep improving themselves, yeah, they don't need to.
What
Again, it just goes down to the goal.
I feel that. I feel that for sure. And what about you? What type of individual would you say you might be in this particular case?
I'm the person that always likes to improve. I am the person that wants to learn new things consistently. I mean, being, again, as I said earlier, in the computer science area, there is no such thing as stopping and being the king of something. You have to continuously keep learning. And so for me, I'm that person that likes to continue improve. That's why, like, for 9 times out of 10, when you look at anything on my content, whatever, I've created it from scratch. And so it's just for me to learn those new skills. And that is the reason why, to try to drive it back to the community, I don't like to go and buy things or do something that everyone else does, because I want to make it very personable so that people can come to and see who I am, see the stuff that I like doing. And that hopefully can then drive the conversations and be like, hey, I really like that you did this thing. Napalm, how did you do it? And I could try to help explain it or get people to those next steps, which goes back to that whole why I do the Twitch startup. I want to get people jump started. I want to teach people. I want to help people. I might not be the front runner of tomorrow. I want to be the person that at least makes that front runner jump start to get to their dreams.
I like it, man. It takes a really cool person to be able to, take a back like or step back for their own gain to be able to see the others gain. I mean that this idea I've had for some time. I've just thought it would be cool to be able to grab, people who either are known, aren't known, or aren't as known, and be able to shine some light to them and like, hey, I think you're awesome. This is why I do. But hopefully, with sharing your stories, others will think you're awesome too. And I mean, that's the whole reason we got to have you on here. Like I said, you might go unnoticed to some, but shit, without your additional assistance, without your help, without your guidance, a lot of people would be sitting in a completely different boat. So again, just thank you, man.
Well, let's put it a different way too. You and I have been talking about this for how many months? This
Oh yeah,
podcast is months in the making.
yeah, yeah. Very true. Very true. Like I said, I've had this idea for some time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, and again, I'm just so happy that we made time within the schedules to be able to get you finally in and get you all taken care of too.
Absolutely. And I mean, it goes to show that you have been truly driving this to help others, and getting people to know others is very valuable to maybe the person directly, but it's more valuable in my opinion to the viewers as well to know that there are more people than just the big top names, and that they are human too. Like you get to
Absolutely.
know people and get to really have those type of conversations that are good.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better. Really couldn't have said it any better. Now, do you do something for yourself or for in your particular streams to try to gain new follows?
Um, no, not really. I mean, to be real, I think probably the last 100 some odd follows have all become from people who get to know me through mostly Twitch startup. Um, it is mostly I'll try to do whatever I can just to understand or learn stuff, but really it's wanting to get to know people. I don't really care for the follow that is pointless or whatever. I care about meeting the person and getting to know that person.
Right, right. And have you personally found that there are many or others that you have gotten to know from the startup itself?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there it's fun to see we're at the point now, um, after the 2 years now. I think it's been probably about fourth different renditions or something, where you can see there are certain people or certain groups that are very tight knit and have met each other and become kind of that team of streamers or work together to help each other. Um, and it's really cool to see that they're running through that same kind of mentality and group that I originally maybe have done again a year and some odd ago, and have learned to meet those people and just continue evolving together with other groups and continuing to again improve. It's beautiful to see that.
Absolutely. Man. That I mean, and who would you say is, part of your camp for your team?
As in like the people or the team itself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you wanted to give a shout out real fast, who would you say you have to, give a whole lot of thanks to?
Well, I mean, the first and foremost is pretty much the mod team and the lead team of Twitch Startup. By far, I couldn't do anything that I have done without them. They have taken the time and understood every single direction. We have had those types of conversations where we all want to improve appropriately, and we do it in such a kind and awesome manner that we know at the end of the day it's for the best of everyone. So that's for definitely Twitch startup. But I also, I mean, to the stream specifically, my biggest thing is the moderators that I have. Absolutely. And if you want to go with true names, it would be definitely Crybo for one. He's been there since I don't know how many years now. Absolutely has been there every step of the way, which is why he's also mod for Twitch startup, and he knows me pretty dang well, and we've gone back and forth on a lot of stuff. In regards to the teams, I mean, like I was saying years ago, one of the people that I still stream with and hang out with, and I've gotten to meet them in person, and it's been great being actual friends instead of that kind of internet friends, whatever, and then you don't know or whatever. Alan Greyhawk is another great guy that I met through Twitch startup when we originally started the whole thing. He's kind of dived out and came back after a while, and it's been nice to just get to know him and get to meet people too.
Perfect. So y'all hear that, Alan? You better make sure that you take chance to hear the shout outs from Mr. Napalm himself.
Oh, he'll give me crap somewhere on Twitter or something. It doesn't matter. I can say if I say anything nice to him, he'll assume I'm trying to actually get at him in some way.
That's awesome. Now, for normally I would ask something as far as how the difference between being affiliate, non-affiliate, but since we have you as a guest, what would you give as far as advice to the ones that are closer, to the ones that haven't quite hit it yet, or to the ones who have? What would you give as like a major napalm advice?
So the biggest thing, and this goes for everyone, the affiliate numbers, the affiliate goals should never be your main goal. You should not have, I mean, you're not wrong in the concept of like, oh, I want to hit affiliate. Like that's a good goal, but you should not have that be your end goal ever. You should always be continuously thinking about ways to improve what you want your content to be, because at the end of the day, your content is your value. Your stuff that you're producing and what you are doing is what people are going to want to watch or not watch. And so if you're going to be putting out stuff and you don't even want to watch it, chances are others probably don't want to watch it. If you're putting out stuff that you want to watch and that you might enjoy, then you probably have a good dang guess that someone else is going to want to watch it. Then the question is just how to get there.
That's true. That's true. It's big shout out to Napalm's OnlyFans as well, because everybody wants to watch it.
the other thing to maybe note also is there are definitely a lot of people that have the scenario that they want to make it like the best. That has to be 100% spot on every step of the way. You're gonna make stuff that is not gonna be to your personal liking. There might be stuff that is just not what you care for as well. There's going to be stuff that you're going to be like, I don't know, just push it out. To some degree, you're going to need to understand that you're never going to be able to make 100%. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn from those mistakes, and you're going to continue to always try to improve and have that drive to improve. A grand example are artists in general. If you talk to a lot of artists, especially who paint, I know one very, very well. I've known her my whole life, aka my mother. She will tell you, or anyone will tell you who's a real artist, that there is going to be something that they don't like with their art at the end of the day, but you're going to be like, oh my God, it's amazing. And that's what you need to know every step of the way when you make your content, that you're going to get something that's just not right. But if you push it out, someone's still going to say, oh my God, that's amazing.
It's true facts. I tell Influ that we've had discussions regarding music. Like, yo, this is going to sell you records. He's like, I hate this shit. So this is still going to sell you records.
They really just inspired the hell out of me, though. Like,
hey, that's the saying, man.
I mean, heck, going back to music, I have a good friend that him and I have gone back since high school. That's years and years back. He himself has been like, I think I'm good at music. I'm not 100% certain, but I think we're good. If I play the song to anyone, they're like, holy crap, that's really dang good. And funny enough, for me, I at least talked to him and was like, hey, every time you come to my stream, you okay with me playing music? He's like, yes. Perfect. So I have every time you come to my like while I'm starting up the first 5 minutes, they're listening to his music, and right now, I think what was it, about 3 weeks ago, he just released with his band a new single. Which, if you don't mind me giving that
No,
shout out,
all minutes, absolutely.
Please. Yeah, absolutely.
Weekend Picnic. That is the name of the band. They just came out with another single, and I mean his music, dang good. But it's kind of that same example where it's like, you kind of question it maybe or something. You're not 100% certain something's not right. Well, just push it out. Someone's gonna like it. I promise you.
I couldn't agree more. I have a couple of people who I say, and we've had months now worth of discussions of, hey, I want to do this. So like, dude, do it. Go ahead, make the jump, make the leap. There's always an excuse not to do it.
It's
Always.
almost like Shia LaBeouf said something right. Is that what I'm hearing?
Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on
Okay.
that. Yeah, but I mean, it's true. It's true. Just gotta push it, because at least once you've taken the first steps, then you can improve upon it. But until you do so, I mean, you're just giving excuses. It's
Yep.
like I don't want to do it. All right, well, don't
Facts.
or do it.
Opportunity will not always be there. Excuses will.
Facts. True facts. Now, I have an interesting question for you, sir. It's very easy, very simple, but I'm curious. Do you yourself want to be partner?
Do I want to be partner? I have been playing with that personally over the last year and some. Would I be partner? The answer is yes. If Actually, I should say, I would love to be partner for the sole fact of being able to create a team through Twitch for Twitch startup. That is the true goal I have. That would be for partner. If I don't make it, I hope someone will for Twitch startup at some point, because I do think having that as a team so we can continue to bond through Twitch startup is glorious and is the thing that I would like to see. But the part to why I hesitate a little is, we all get older, we all have life. This is not my job per se. I'm not streaming. I'm not doing Twitch startup for financial reasons. It's a hobby, and it is something that I enjoy doing and trying to share that joy with everyone. So if I don't hit it, I'm not going to be hurt.
Right. Yeah, I was just curious because I mean, I know you. We both got that real 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also have streaming on the side and many other individual projects as well. So especially with the Twitch startup, it's like, do you really want to take the time? Let's say opportunity arises for you to stream full time. If you think you would make that jump.
That would be hard. That's a lot of financial questions, to be straightforward. If I went full time, I've seen actually, funny enough, I've seen an old coworker make that switch. He was kind of forced into that one and didn't like the outcome at the end of it, which made me kind of have that hesitation as well.
Yeah.
Um, it is something that, what was it? There was a stat somewhere where it's like the 1% or kind of the 1%. There's a stat of just how much people per se make it. It is harder than the NFL
Oh
if you
yeah, I
think about
believe
it.
that.
So the chances of, to your direct question, no, I don't think I'll ever officially switch, just because I also enjoy my job that much that I don't think I would leave it anytime soon. Yeah, that's just a whole new world that I don't think I will fully switch. I'll if I ever again get partner, sure, I'll work on continuing with partner and continuing to try to promote that Twitch startup to help out people, but definitely not a full on job.
I got you. Yeah, again, you're absolutely right, especially financially. I mean, for these people making buku bucks, they also have buku time into their same business. I mean, because at the end of the day, it is a business, and
Oh,
I think a lot
absolutely.
of people don't get that. They don't understand that how much work really goes into the grind.
Well, and I mean, not just even that. There's a lot of stuff that I caution a lot of newer people streaming, and I will caution anyone listening. If you're thinking about streaming or you are streaming and it's your first year or first whatever month's worth of it, take some time and really actually look into it as a business. The amount of concern you may need to worry about depending on how much you're raking in. If it goes even above 1,000, you start needing to think more and more as a business because of taxes, because of liability, because of any types of concerns that might be financial or legal means.
Yeah. So for all us newbies who ain't making shit, just be happy. just keep going. No, but you're absolutely right, because again, it does bring up many questions that people might not necessarily have taken the time to really think about. They're like,
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
I enjoy this. I'm going to keep doing this. Or they see a paycheck or two paychecks or whatever. They're like, oh shit, this is actually becoming profitable. Say, okay, but while you're making that profit, also think about everything else, because that's the whole thing. If something happens to your computer and it dies today, tomorrow, whatever. Speaking of, Napalm, how's your internet, man?
Dude, it's oh my god. We want to talk about a sore subject. Jeez. Let's yeah, okay, get real. No, thankfully I think internet wise we're getting to the end of the thing. I finally have explained to yet another person on the situation to hopefully get it up the chain to I think they're gonna grab another full on wire and pull a line basically from the distribution box
You
to
could,
where
yeah,
it needs to be.
they could
It's
definitely do that.
basically what I've said.
Yeah, yeah.
So
For all the listeners, me and Napalm were discussing many internet issues that he was currently receiving. Because you gotta love internet issues, gotta love computer issues. So it's just other concerns, man.
dude,
Extra
you and I
concerns.
can have more podcasts about technology in general if you really want to go that route. I have
So,
stories beyond
anytime.
stories on customer service, computers, whatever. Yeah.
So, anytime, anytime. That's fucking great.
I
But
don't know where to turn now because when my stuff breaks, I'm like, I turned it off and back on. It's still broke.
said
The
what
sad
now?
thing is, if you turn it off and turn it back on and it's still broken, you are like the 10% where it's actually an issue because the other 90 it will work.
I want to meet the people that are like, is it plugged in? Oh shit! Yep. You're right.
Oh
It's not
no.
plugged in.
Oh no. Okay. You want to hear a story?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So there's a God. You saying that just yeah. So there's a story where I'm working at some company. I'm not going to say, but you could have a good guess. The customer comes in and says, "Hey, I just bought this," or sorry, called in and said, "Hey, I bought this computer. It's not turning on at all." We're like, "Okay, well, bring it back in. The computer you just bought." Oh, you mean the monitor? No, not the monitor. The computer. It's a desktop, obviously. So bring in the box that it connects to, the monitor that it connects to. Oh, okay, got it. Hour goes by, actually brings it in, and brings in not a computer that they just bought, but like probably a 5 to 10 year old power switch that is a really, really big box in which it has these big flip switches on the front, and on the back are the outlets.
Oh god. Oh god.
And I'm just like, you didn't just buy this. I know this is 5 to 10 years old. Okay, well, let's go and try to hook up and see if it's just that box. No, it's of course the box is, I mean, it's old and flaky. So I'm like, just try plugging the computer directly into the wall. Let's actually look at what computer you bought yesterday so I at least know, oh, it's an all-in-one. So my manager who told him to bring in the box, horribly wrong, should have looked, it's an all-in-one. So he was actually right,
Oh
but the
god.
screen thing was the thing he should have brought in.
Oh my god.
So I told him, hey, yeah, go plug it into an outlet. If it doesn't turn on, go to a different part of the house, plug it into a different outlet, make sure the power is working and whatever. If it doesn't work, come back 3 hours later. comes back with the whole computer and everything. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
okay, you don't need to worry about the line. You and I have talked. Let's figure this out. So I grab it, set it all up, take the power cord, plug it into the outlet, and I go, hey, okay, so this is the situation at home, and you said, it doesn't turn on, right? Yep. Hit the power button. Turns on like no problem. How'd you do that? I hit the power button?
Mm-mm.
What? What's a power button?
Mm-mm.
Oh, this thing
Mm-mm.
has a power button. Oh, is that new with computers?
Oh God. Oh
Oh,
Jesus. No.
no, dude. And this guy at the time was probably 20 years older than me. So he should have been around computers. And having some of this kind of conversation, figuring out what's going on, I learned his old computer had the issue. I think it's the issue. It could have been a BIOS setting. I'm not 100% certain. But it's the scenario where if you plug in the computer into a power, it auto turns on. So for that old power switch, the switch at the front was the thing he was turning the computer on and off.
No.
So he would
Oh,
hard shut down his computer by just turning off the power
oh
button, and
God.
then would turn it back on, and it would just auto boot up.
This dude is brilliant. I need to meet this guy.
So
He
yeah,
said, "What the fuck is a power button?
yep.
These are magical. Wait a minute. Hold on."
Yeah, I then had to explain how to shut down a computer appropriately. That was a good time.
Oh man, that's tough. At least, yeah, I mean, again, that's a story though. At least he gave you a story.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's so fucking good, man. But Napalm, again, first and foremost, I want to thank you for taking the time, getting the scheduled all up, being able to come here, talk to us about you yourself, talk to us about the Twitch startup group as well, and how we all, like I said, have found a home within it, being able to meet new guys, gals, all the above, uh, be able to really get a whole damn community going. It's been all because of fucking you, Crybo, the rest of the fucking squad. We definitely appreciate everything that you guys have been able to help us be able to create. But take the time, man, to shout everybody out who you want. Take the time to shout out your channel. Anything that you want anyone to be able to follow you, find you, love you, whatever.
Well, don't personally come and find me. I would like to cry. I would like to, keep that at least anonymous. I don't need hundreds beyond hundreds of people showing at my place. That would be kind of scary. Or SWAT team for that matter. I guess that's a thing too with some Twitch streamers. No, but real and the Twitch startup team and everything with the mods, the leads. I appreciate every single one of them, and what they do is amazing for the fact that they volunteer and take the time to try to help others as well. I mean, they are the true heroes. I'm just the person that helps solidify the fact that where to all meet. So for anyone who's listening and wanting to learn more about Twitch startup, it is a subreddit. It is Twitch_startup. The Discord itself is also there. If you by chance don't know how to get to those places, you can also find me personally either on Twitch, like you said, twitch.tv/ProjectNapalm. But you're probably even easier to remember, the most easy to remember at least, is ProjectNapalm.tv. It's a website. It's my own personal one. So by all means, you can get all my content from there, figure out where all my links are, and get all that info of when I'm streaming, what I'm doing, craziness. If you want guides of what I've learned, or if you're the person that also likes whiskey by any off chance, I am trying to still write up a lot of whiskey blogs too.
Love
So,
whiskey.
oh man, yeah, it is glorious.
Facts. True facts. We can do any type of whiskey blog, whatever you need, man. I'll be there. You let me know. Say as long as there's a
Sounds
drink in
good.
my hand. Yeah.
Dang right.
But thank you again, man. And you guys hear it first. Like I said, go check Mr. Napalm out, Project Napalm on Twitch. Also, go check out his fucking website, man. See how it plays. See the look, see the gloriousness of whiskey. Tell him what's up. Be sure to check out the Twitch. Be sure to check out the rest of the crew as well. Like we said, Krybo over there is probably with a big old smile on his face. Be able to show everyone a little bit of love. But thank you again, man, for taking the time and opportunity to come on, and greatly appreciate it.
Been fun.
Absolutely.
Glad to be here, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
For sure. It
Bro.
was a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you once again for all our regulars, our CUSP family, for tuning into another episode of The CUSP. And if you're new, hey, welcome to our family. We hope you enjoyed yourself. And please remember, rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, please, and I'm begging you, please, go on to our Twitter. We have links for all of our guests, and we also have links to support us, to help us keep this podcast going. Let's keep this movement going. You can reach us at Twitter at CUS_podcast, Instagram, CUS Podcast, CUS Podcast, and YouTube as Connecting Unknown Streamers Podcast. Shoot us an email at cuspodcast@gmail.com. As always, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. This has been a BB&F production.
On next week's episode of the Cuss Podcast, we have Distasio. And today we'll be talking about the grand champion himself.
I appreciate that intro. I wouldn't say I'm the GOAT at Rocket League, but I am the highest rank in Rocket League, grand champion.
Secondly, we're going to discuss to find the freaks.
I think my song would be the song when people give subs in my chat, and it's "Tell Me Where the Freaks At" by Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, that's amazing.
And of course, where the freaks go, the WAP is sure to follow. We'll say wet ass p word as what's his face said it. But
That's where we draw the line, bro.
no, fuck
Yeah.
no.
That's
That's
where
where
we
the
draw the line.
no,
Censor's kicking in now.
We can't say pussy. That's where we.
no.